lending at a grin, a memory so grand.
Sandra and committee
across the land, speeches of pride for Gimli's sweet acclaim.
Toast to old Iceland,
shouting their name. Oh, the Shriners, with hearts so kind, changing young lives for all mankind. From burning and broken, a helping hand, no cost for healing across the land.
Falcone Rigo, Benetta and Grace,
from pioneers' lineage in this very place.
then Erica Grant, her journey so true, a former patient for all of us new.
Oh, the Shriners, with hearts so kind, changing young lives for all mankind. From burning and broken, a helping hand, no cost for healing across the land. Amy Ecclesia, a challenge she faced.
Doctors in Montreal, a new path they traced.
Elizarof's method, bolts and the screws,
Tightening slowly through tears and through blues.
72 days, one leg now straight.
Almost 6 months more, defying her fate.
Airfare and lodging, the shrine paid it all. Then 15 feet walking, standing up tall. Oh, the Shriners, with hearts so kind, changing young lives for all mankind. From burning and broken, a helping hand, no cost for healing across the land.
Proud of their efforts for children in need.
More than just parades, sowing a vital seed.
Helping them live their very best life.
Free from the burden of pain and of strife. Oh yeah. The American Music Awards on TV did play. My mind drifted back to a memorable day, the fall of 1980, a shrine function near at Winnipeg's concert hall, banishing all fear. I went there that afternoon for details to mend. A stagehand then told me a performer's friend. The manager called me right up on the stage and introduced Roger Whittaker, turning a new page. Oh, Roger Whittaker, with a smile and a hand, a voice like a whisper across the whole land. From Kenya to Canada, his journey he'd share, a song in his heart beyond all compare. Mr. Whittaker stood, a big man so grand, with chin whiskers, slouch hat from a far desert land. Cowboy boots on him, sheep drover's attire. He put out his hand, setting my soul afire. With mischievous eyes and a smile big and true, he simply said, Roger, for me and for you. He asked who I was, if a performer I'd be. I told him of Shriners and what we would see. Oh, Roger Whittaker, with a smile and a hand, a voice like a whisper across the whole land. From Kenya to Canada, his journey he'd share, a song in his heart beyond all compare. His homeland, Kenya, was facing grim times. The Mama raged fiercely with terrible chimes. Life on the farm forever would change. He spoke of African nationalism on history's page. He hoped bloodshed avoided, a peace they could find. We bonded immediately, leaving worries behind. My wife's grandfather in Rhodesia was born, a clergy's own child till a new Canadian morn. He said he was touring from coastline to coast. Though trained as a teacher, he loved singing the most. He moved to England, then Europe he'd roam. A song he had written had found its true home. In Canada it played, then a US station took heed. His popularity spreading, planting a seed. His career was then launched from that moment so clear. The song that he sang for all of us to hear. Oh, Roger Whittaker, with a smile and a hand, a voice like a whisper across the whole land. From Kenya to Canada, his journey he'd share, a song in his heart beyond all compare. That song was the last farewell, a tune soft and low. A character met whose stories would flow, a chance encounter on a stage long ago, a memory cherished, helping my spirit to grow.
May 8th, 1936, a dawn-breaking news. The war not yet raging, but changes were due. The RCMP gathered, arrayed in the night, on a Gimli spar with angel face in their sight.
My grandfather's city, with companions so near, found in that establishment, dispelling all fear. A court date was set for that very same day. My birth was approaching in a most timely way.
Angel face, the bootlegger,
With wit sharp and keen,
a courthouse in uproar, a memorable scene. Were you in my place too?
the words she would quip,
As laughter filled Gimli from every man's lip. On May 8th morning, a new life took hold, a story of justice, bravely told. Dad stuck close to home as he anxiously paced, then ran to the courthouse, a quick check he raced. From Charlie Greenberg's cottage just down the old street, to the town hall's courthouse where fates they would meet.
the Crown's eager lawyers, with threats in their tone, pressed locals to admit what they clearly had known.
But calm were the answers in English then spun, just visiting for coffee for everyone. Angel face, the bootlegger,
With wit sharp and keen,
a courthouse in uproar, a memorable scene. Were you in my place too? The words she would quip as laughter filled Gimli from every man's lip. On May 8th morning, a new life took hold, a story of justice, bravely told. An Icelandic attic with colorful flair, delighting the packed room beyond all compare. Exasperated lawyers then called to the stand, Angel face herself, imposing and grand. Her nickname, they say, for a visit so unique, a face only angels could lovingly seek. She answered in Ukrainian with expletives strong, keeping the crowd roaring, all hearing along. Angel face, the bootlegger,
with wit sharp and keen,
a courthouse in uproar, a memorable scene. Were you in my place too? The words she would quip has laughter filled Gimli from every man's lip. On May 8th morning, a new life took hold, a story of justice, bravely told. Then Valdis Stefansson for recess he called, my father's cue given as his quick step stalled. Back home to the cottage where I'd just arrived, a new grandson whispered, his spirit revived. Siggy stood proudly announcing the news,
thunderous applause, banishing all blues.
the case dismissed, the justice, his gavel then fell. A coffee was waiting to break the court spell. my trivia box on the weekend I strayed.
Found an A and W token, a memory display.
Ellen and Wright in 1919 they began.
Lodi, California, part of their plan.
Then Winnipeg called in '56 so grand. it all.
Through my trivia box on the weekend I strayed.
Found an A&W token, a memory display.
Allen and Wright in 1919 they began.
Lodi, California, part of their plan.
Then Winnipeg called in 56 so grand.
The first drive-in opened across Canada's land.
Portage Avenue West in Kirkfield Park's gleam.
For car-loving public, a true heavenly dream.
Oh, A&W decision maker spinning so free. A thirst for that root beer for all eyes to see. From cruising the Dub to a meal with my kin. The taste of nostalgia, where new dreams begin. An instant success with lineup so long.
Saturday nights, where we truly belong.
From United College, we'd hop in a car
To cruise the Dub like a shining bright star.
a classmate of mine, an executive he grew.
Recruited me then in '68 for something new.
Equipment sales coordinator across Canada's might.
Part of merchandising, shining so bright.
Oh, A&W decision maker spinning so free. A thirst for that root beer for all eyes to see. From cruising the Dub to a meal with my kin. The taste of nostalgia, where new dreams begin. Voltis sold his interest as McDonald's drew near.
A&W expanding, banishing all fear.
New equipment sought for the drive-in's demand.
And giveaway items across the whole land.
That mortality, specialties, matches and glass.
1,000 more items quickly would pass.
Then the decision maker with words bold and true.
Do it on one side, to hell with it too.
It didn't take off for less than a year, it would stay.
Then join the trivia trash heap and fade it away.
But for collectors today, it's a treasure so rare.
A piece of the past beyond all compare. Finding the token awakened a thirst.
For that classic root beer, putting all others first. To Kirkfield Park's A&W, my grandkids I took. For chicken burgers and fries, a delightful new look. Oh, A&W decision maker spinning so free. A thirst for that root beer for all eyes to see. From cruising the Dub to a
home, a family vacation, no longer to roam.
Our 1940 Pontiac, packed full with glee, to Winnipeg Beach, just 10 miles for us three.
Country bumpkins we were, for rides Mom would take, while Dad and Uncle Ed a cold one would make.
The Como burned down, so new spots they'd seek. Then north on Prospect, by Boundary
Creek. Winnipeg Beach, convalescent home, standing so grand. A giant old cottage across the wide sand, for soldiers and heroes, a place to find peace, where worries could vanish and burdens release. A vision of comfort by lake and by bay. In annals of time, remember today. What's that?
I asked with a young, curious mind.
A club, once Red Cross, the answers I'd find.
Veterans there, why?
Questions endless and deep, as past history's secrets the waters would keep.
You're crossing the border.
Dad quickly then said, from postage stamp Manitoba, thoughts filled my head.
The Icelandic preserve, on the north side it lay.
A land full of stories, come what may. Winnipeg Beach, convalescent home, standing so grand. A giant old cottage across the wide sand, for soldiers and heroes, a place to find peace, where worries could vanish and burdens release. A vision of comfort by lake and by bay. In annals of time, remember today. Boardwalk wonders I'd visit so oft.
Roller coaster thrills as my young spirits loved.
Dodgem car bumps and the moonlight trains call to dances at night in the magnificent hall. That building's grand image, it stayed in my mind.
A postcard revealed it, what history I'd find.
The CPR's vision, a resort they would craft, inspired by Sunnyside, launching their shaft. Winnipeg Beach, convalescent home, standing so grand. A giant old cottage across the wide sand, for soldiers and heroes, a place to find peace, where worries could vanish and burdens release. A vision of comfort by lake and by bay. In annals of time, remember today. In 1915, Red Cross took its hold.
A convalescent home, brave stories untold.
42 beds for war-weary men. By train they would journey to find peace again.
Rowing and walking with golf and sun's gleam. A week of good food like a wonderful dream.
Local folks welcomed with kindness so deep. Fresh produce and meats, their promises to keep. Deer Lodge then rose in the mid-20s light. The beach's era ended in day and in night. Reopened as aquatic till the mid-60s close. Its majesty lingers as history flows. Fruit jars and sealers, a memory so grand of canning season across the whole land.
My mother, a wizard from the Depression's hard days, preserving the harvest in so many ways.
From Grandma's garden, cucumbers so green,
tomatoes bursting, a glorious scene,
into dills and pickles, with love and with care, a taste of the summer beyond all compare.
A gift from above, from Midwest to Mason, each jar held a dream, a sweet, humble treasure, a childhood's bright gleam.
Raspberries, strawberries, from wild patches deep, Saskatoons gathered, secrets to keep.
Then peaches and pears when their time came around, in sterilized jars, a sweet, joyful sound.
Midwest improved and gem names we'd recite,
Ball, Corona, and Crown, shining so bright.
Even Eaton's own jars with their diamonds so keen, a piece of our history, a familiar scene. Oh, canning season, a labor of love, fresh taste captured, a gift from above, from Midwest to Mason, each jar held a dream, a sweet, humble treasure, a childhood's bright gleam. Glass-making ancient, a craft from the past, to store what was perishable, designed to last.
Beer, wine, and soda, 1,000 good things, factory raising the industry sings. Midwest jar special from Bijou's sand.
A distinctive and marking from Manitoba's hand. The canning itself, a lot of hard work. Running water meant running with scarcely a quirk.
The well was our faucet, each bucket a chore. That's why store-bought is chosen by most evermore.
But all that was forgotten when a sealer would pop for dessert in the winter. The flavors wouldn't stop. A dish of fresh fruit from our labor's reward. A treat truly cherished, forever adored.
Oh, canning season, a labor of love. Fresh taste captured, a gift from above. From Midwest to Mason, each jar held a dream. A sweet, humble treasure, a childhood's bright gleam.
So let's talk while we can and recall those old days. The smell of the fruit in a sweet, gentle haze.
A taste of the past that still lingers so clear. Canning season's magic through every long year.
In '86, to LA I flew for Shrine Convention, a journey so new. At the Bonaventure Hotel, a grand shining place, Hollywood legends with charm and with grace. Roy Rogers and Gene Autry, a thrill to behold. Their voices and laughter, a story untold. Mel Blanc there among them, the voice of the bunny. He looked at my greeter and said, "Canada, eh honey?" Like Charlie Thorson, a whisper so light, a memory planted in that star-studded night. Oh, Cartoon Charlie, a pioneer's heart, from Winnipeg streets to animation's true art. A free-spirited wanderer with dreams in his hand, bringing characters to life across the whole land. In Winnipeg born, as the Icelandic all know, Snow White's creator, a talent to show. His girlfriend, the model at the Weevil Cafe's bright gleam. Walt Disney's oversight, a regrettable dream. In Gimli he lived when his father was mayor,
at Mundy Johnson's beyond all compare, drawing the fishermen, the farmers, the wise, delighting the patrons before their very eyes. Oh, Cartoon Charlie, a pioneer's heart, from Winnipeg streets to animation's true art. A free-spirited wanderer with dreams in his hand, bringing characters to life across the whole land. A wanderlust spirit that Charlie possessed. Through Western Canada, his journey was blessed. From Brigden's in Winnipeg to Eaton's Big Book, his drawings were magic with every quick look. Then LA called to him in the 30s, hard sway. Disney impressed, hired him on that day. His story by Walls, a must-read, it is true. Cartoon Charlie, for me and for you. In October '98, a special invitation arrived to hear Walls' reading, where Charlie's life thrived. A master storyteller who brought him to life, from minute detail, dispelling all strife. Brilliant Icelandic Canadian, a quote clear and bold. Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, Pumpkinhead stories untold. Wisps of conversation in mind's hidden space, now brought forth to share with warmth and with grace. Oh, Cartoon Charlie, a pioneer's heart, from Winnipeg streets to animation's true art. A free-spirited wonder with dreams in his hand, bringing characters to life across the whole land. So welcome to the passing parade, where memories bloom of Charlie's creative light, chasing away gloom. A legend of animation, a spirit so free. Cartoon Charlie's magic for all eyes to see.
From Port Arthur we came in '67 that May. Our newborn daughter to grandparents' display. A late spring it was, the ice on the lake made the temperatures colder, for goodness sake.
But a farmer's old team left dropping so fine,
like hard rubber pucks,
a truly good sign.
for road hockey shiny, the neighborhood called. Gordie Howe would be proud, standing mighty and tall, chasing glory on the road or the ice. The Stanley Cup playoffs, a
NHL playoff game with a satisfied smile. Their new majestic TV in black and white gleam. In Hockey Mad Canada, a cherished old dream. Lord Stanley's fame mug since 1892's call. What a genie unleashed to captivate all. The game did not disappoint, a rivalry deep. Toronto Maple Leafs and Canadians to keep. Oh, chasing glory on the road or the ice. The Stanley Cup playoffs, a Canadian vice. For the Maple Leafs triumph, a memory so grand. The last time they won it across the whole land. The series went back and forth, a battle so fierce, but the Maple Leaf won it, no one could pierce. The Stanley Cup, there's a moment so bright, but their last it would be in the fading old light. 48 years now have passed since that day, without the Leaf repeating, come what may. That's a lot of road apples on a long dusty track. A new coach is hired to bring the glory back. A reporter then noted a hope to embrace. Maybe this will give long-suffering fans some relief. Better than old sayings that have endured through the years, bringing laughter and comfort, dispelling all fears. It must be spring, they would often then sigh. The Leafs are out, 'neath the Canadian sky. A story of passion, of hope and of wait, for the Maple Leafs' glory, sealed by their own fate. So we dream of a spring when the Leafs will take hold, and a new Stanley Cup story will finally be told. No more road apples gathered, just cheers loud and clear, for the Maple Leafs winning year after year.
The smell of fresh bacon, a scent in the air. Christmas past, a feeling beyond compare. Grandma's warm kitchen, a magical space where gingerbread men wore a sweet, sugary face. The carols were humming, a joyful refrain, as snowflakes descended on window pane. Simple contentment on those holiday eves, childhood's enchantment in memories it weaves.
Oh, Christmas past, a gentle, sweet grace, bringing back feelings to a cherished old place. A family and laughter and stories untold, a comforting warmth more precious than gold.
New books and new crayons, a gift from above. Simple the treasures surrounded by love. No need for excess, a present so small could sparkle like diamonds, enchanting us all. The lights on the tree, a soft golden glow, reflected the wonder on faces below. A Charlie Brown tree, mother said like a friend, its good side found until the very end. Oh, Christmas past, a gentle, sweet grace, bringing back feelings to a cherished old place. A family and laughter and stories untold, a comforting warmth more precious than gold.
Decorations cherished from attic's dark keep, glass candy canes, secrets they'd sleep.
One string of lights
From the depression's hard year,
miraculously glowing, calming all fears. Homemade cardboard stars from fishermen's art, coveted treasures close to the heart. Christmas Eve morning, to school we all went, then sumptuous supper, our spirits intent. Dressed in our Sunday best, to Lutheran church, bells ringing loudly beyond all research. A cookie hard candy, a Japanese orange so bright. How did they get them in wartime's dark night? A half-mile walk homeward through snow softly deep. For sleigh bells we listened, secrets to keep. Oh, Christmas past, a gentle, sweet grace, bringing back feelings to a cherished old place. A family and laughter and stories untold, a comforting warmth more precious than gold. Hoping for fishing, a steel truck's embrace, from Eaton's catalog finding its place. Clothes from grandparents, a garment store's gleam, but that Buddy L truck, a powerful dream. Park a shed madly, a blur in the air. Alaska highway, I drove without care. These were the days of Christmases past, memories cherished forever to last.
When I worked for Richardson's, a time I'd await, American Thanksgiving, opening the gate. Not Black Friday shopping, nor Turkey's soft call, but mining society's conference welcoming all. In San Francisco, California so bright, Richardson sent me, bathed in the light. The Pacific Stock Exchange, a mining capital grand, since Sutter's Mill gold across the whole land. Oh, baby, with words clear and strong, insights and wisdom, where we all belong. From diplomats' podium, a message he'd share. Why can't we all just get along in the air? A heady period then for mining so keen. Huge displays, seminars, a vibrant big scene. Over 1,000 listeners, eager and right. The biggies were there, shining with might. Noranda and Kotek, De Beers renowned, BHP and others on hallowed ground. Steve Roman, Chuck Fipke, celebrities too. Brokerage houses and banks coming through. Oh, baby, with words clear and strong, insights and wisdom, where we all belong. From diplomats' podium, a message he'd share. Why can't we all just get along in the air? Analysts, tipsters, promoters so grand, like Murray Pesum, a smooth fabled hand. The keynote speaker, Larry King was the name, but his plane was grounded, changing the game. A video presentation still filled with delight, but the bonus came in with a powerful light. The conference conveyors, a new voice they'd bring, Abba Aben, his message to sing. The former ambassador, foreign affairs so keen, transfixed the whole audience, a powerful scene. His grasp of the English, so incredible and vast, Middle East insights, a spell he would cast. I was fortunate sitting right near the front of the hall. To the podium I went, standing mighty and tall. Took his picture, then his wife, coordinating nearby, asked if I'd like a word beneath the clear sky. Oh, baby, with words clear and strong, insights and wisdom, where we all belong. From diplomats' podium, a message he'd share. Why can't we all just get along in the air? My Canadian badge, my enthusiasm clear. 5 minutes she granted, banishing all fear. Mr. Eben had done everything, his story so grand, educated in England across the whole land. British intelligence in WW2's fray, liaison to Egypt, come what may. From Nisset to ambassador, for US and UN's call, then deputy prime minister, standing proud for all. The line lengthened, our talk had to cease, but his closing comments brought a powerful peace. Why cannot we all just get along, he then said,
the new Iceland Museum, stories unfold from Pier 21's journey, brave tales to be told.
Immigrant voices from Icelandic shores, recalling the hardships and opening new doors.
With Matthew and Emmy and Jennifer too, they listened intently to stories so true.
My family's past, each visit I learn, a thread in the tapestry at every turn.
Oh, courageous hearts in a land far and wide, through hardship and laughter, with spirits as guide. For life has no meaning if courage we lack, to venture and try and never look back.
In a group setting, our ancestors' ways, their lives in settlements through sun and through haze.
Ole Narfison spoke of a man long ago who picked up the mail through winter's deep snow.
From the Cypriot station at 7:10 at night, to the post office galloped a familiar sight.
With horse-drawn wagon and whip in his hand, Ellie Click they called him across the whole land. Oh, courageous hearts in a land far and wide, through hardship and laughter, with spirits as guide. For life has no meaning if courage we lack, to venture and try and never look back.
By names and nicknames, a custom so grand, from John Hikes to Gisli Brass, through the helping hand.
Mary step and a half, with a limp she would go. Oh, knee-high socks in the sun and the snow.
Helgi Highway, fixing cars with a grin.
But Ellie Click's teeth, where the humor began.
A widower's solace in cards and black coffee. When my parents first married, a home they would see.
In the dirty 30s, with money so tight, card playing offered a comforting light.
Ellie would visit for games through the eve. After he passed, a ghost they'd believe.
The coffee pot rattling, a click from his chair, his spirit returning beyond all repair. Oh, courageous hearts in a land far and wide, through hardship and laughter, with spirits as guide. For life has no meaning if courage we lack, to venture and try and never look back.
Ekinuna Ellie, a whisper so low, and silence would settle, dispelling the show.
ghostly reminder of days long gone by, of courage and spirit beneath the wide sky.
What would life be? The museum proclaims,
without the bold courage to conquer our aims. From Gimli's own pier, my mind drifted back, dispelling a tear. 71 chairmen, a bold, fresh new start, fireworks exploding, a work of fine art. The quiet of summer about to ignite, a tableau of color in the deep of the night. The harbor federally owned must be leased, paperwork handled, worries released. Fireworks bursting, a dazzling delight, transforming the darkness to brilliant new light. A vision brought forth from a dreamer's keen eye, painting the canvas of a summer night sky. The crowd eager cheers, a thunderous sound, as magic and wonder spread all around. Bill Harris, our war finger, friend tried and true, Commodore ready for all that we do. The money for rockets, a challenge so grand, so pancake breakfast stretched across the land. Hundreds arrived, 3 stoves worked with might. Breakfast was
stepped to the task. Took the course, got the papers, Benny thought I was masked. Chief bullet and racist, with fire crews, ready for action if plans were unmade. Mortars and barrels lugged down to the pier, blasting the silence, banishing all fear. Lake calm and glassy, a hunter's moon bright. Thousands of onlookers awaiting the light. Fireworks bursting, a dazzling delight, transforming the darkness to brilliant new light. A vision brought forth from a dreamer's keen eye, painting the canvas of a summer night sky. The crowd's eager cheers, a thunderous sound, as magic and wonder spread all around. 74 high water, a challenge we faced. Rubber boots on as the dark was embraced. The show still went off without any hitch, our soggy feet forgotten by every last twitch. The fire department took over in 75's year, still bringing the magic, banishing all fear. This kid never tires of that grand glowing show, though now from the shoreline the bright colors flow.
Late fall breezes, Lake Winnipeg sleeps. Waves slow their dance as the cold silence creeps. Ice starts to gather, a thin glassy sheen. Winter is coming, a new frosty scene. Fishers are waiting, their gear set just right for the best time in the fading light.
The Great Lake is resting, its energy so low, until next spring brings the melt and the flow. On rubber ice, just an inch or two deep, where dog teams would fly and their memories keep, with creepers strapped on a clever new stride. We ventured out further with nothing to hide. My brother and I, where no kid had been before, exploring the vastness, wanting so much more. The thrill of the moment, the air crisp and cold, a story of courage, bravely told. Grandpa Siggy, with the golden flyer, his pride, Blackie and Whitty, right there by his side, feeding those huskies a nightly delight, their eager barks echoing into the night. My father's old Essex, a familiar ride to Isfeld's farm, where the dog teams reside. The ice smooth as glass, tough for our small feet, but creepers made walking a glorious feat. On rubber ice, just an inch or two deep, where dog teams would fly and their memories keep, with creepers strapped on a clever new stride. We ventured out further with nothing to hide. My brother and I, where no kid had been before, exploring the vastness, wanting so much more. The thrill of the moment, the air crisp and cold, a story of courage, bravely told. From Dusty Gusty or John Chudd's strong hand, a blacksmith's ingenuity, across the land, cut from old tires in 4-inch wide strips, with 2-inch cleats to prevent any slips, attached to our boots by rope bindings tight, a mountaineer's wisdom brought into the light. The late freezing gave us new fun to seek, with bragging rights waiting for those strong and quick. Soon skating and hockey would fill up the day, but rubber ice called us to venture and play. On rubber ice, just an inch or two deep, where dog teams would fly and their memories keep, with creepers strapped on a clever new stride. We ventured out further with nothing to hide. My brother and I, where no kid had been before, exploring the vastness, wanting so much more. The thrill of the moment, the air crisp and cold, a story of courage, bravely told. With fame awaiting, we
pushed out so far, then a splash and a gasp, a cold sudden dunk. I called out for Robert from deep in my funk. I hope you called to God for help, my aunt cried. No, I called to my brother right by my side. He was closer, I told her, my voice clear and true. My brother, my hero, he pulled me right through. I'd rather Winnipeg, vast and so grand. No tide does she heave across the wide land, but wind brings the water to 6 feet or more. A danger to boaters and nets on the shore. South currents or north can move or destroy. Even duck hunters know the troubles they'll move. Fishers implore her to settle down for a good even freeze, so the jiggers can go. Ghost eyes, a whisper, a chilling stark sight, a shroud without body in pale winter light. A boom and a crack, through the stillness it tore. Mile wide open water where eyes lay before. Nets lost beneath it, a desperate plea, as wartime's hard rationing weighed heavily. In Humbuck Bay, as a preschooler I stayed. The bay froze like glass, I promise it made. An early start hoped for by Dad and his crew. Winter fishing season, for profits anew. Then wind from the south with a gale force it blew. For days without ceasing, what could we do? The water pulled down
the channel it sped, leaving ice unsupported with nothing instead. Closed eyes, a whisper, a chilling stark sight, a shroud without body in pale winter light, a boom and a crack through the stillness it tore. Mile wide open water where ice lay before, nets lost beneath it, a desperate plea, as wartime's hard rationing weighed heavily. Ghost ice, he whispered, his voice soft and low, as a giant crack opened for all eyes to know. A mile of dark water where solid ice lay, all work of net setting just vanished that day. Cotton and linen for soldiers in strife, no gear to replace it for fishing and life. Supplies by cat train needed ice thick and true, a desperate plan forming for me and for you. A skiff from the storage on sleigh it was bound, pushed on the ice where the open mist crowned. A ghostly pirate ship to us kids on the shore, it did the trick truly and helped them once more. They pulled what they could from water so deep, but under the ice those nets had to sleep. Wind changed to the north, a thin sheet then formed, but the salvage suspended through cold nights and storms. Dad showed us the net with a tear in his eye. We'll take good with bad beneath Winnipeg's sky. Carrier in Gimli's small town, June 6, 1944, wore a hopeful crown. 5 years the war raged, a battle so grim, my generation's spirit filled to the brim. We thought we could conquer with a chance and a might, obliterate Nazis and bring forth the light. But casualties mounted for those brave and for true in Army and Navy and Air Force too. June 6th remembered, a debt we still owe to veterans who fought in the long ago snow. For freedoms we cherish, a sacrifice made. Their courage and honor will never quite fade. Campbell's fine book, The Way We Were, it said, reminds us of Canadians who valiantly led. Superior personnel with officers grand, protecting our liberties across the whole land. Most officer corps return to their homes, new careers they started or picked up old tomes. But a small number stayed in the permanent force, like Major General Burns, charting a course. Oh, June 6th remembered, a debt we still owe to veterans who fought in the long ago snow. For freedoms we cherish, a sacrifice made. Their courage and honor will never quite fade. At 19 years old, a salesman so keen for Quentin's Cleaners, a familiar scene. In Armstrong Point, I saw him one day, Major General Burns, in his serious way. Recognized his face from the papers so old, his straightforward answers, a story untold. He spoke of Canada's role in that awful World War, patiently answering, wanting to learn more. Then on my next visit, he was gone from my sight to lead you in peacekeeping in Suez's dark night. A great debt to veterans as time marches on. Their numbers diminish from dusk until dawn. In our everyday rush for ourselves and our gain, we forget their sacrifices through sun and through rain. Fellow Canadians and others who gave our wonderful way of life forever to save. Oh, June 6th remembered, a debt we still at the Icelandic festival with Philip Lee so grand. He spoke of immigration across Manitoba's land, the pioneers' hardships, their struggle to strive, helped build this great nation, keeping hope alive. So fortunate I felt to have known them so well, the lieutenant governors, their stories to tell. George Johnson, Yvonne Dumont, and Jack McCaig too, John Harvard, and then the remarkable for you. Oh, Francis Lawrence Jobin, a leader so true. Just call him Bud, he'd say for me and for you. From Flin Flon to Government House, his journey so bright, a life of service, shining with light. I first met Bud in Flin Flon's embrace, in purchasing department, finding his place with my future father-in-law, a connection so clear. I was instantly impressed, banishing all fear. The consummate politician, remembering each name, their occupation, their vote. He knew all the game. Dark good looks, a deep voice, and Donnie, his wife, their family shared politics, shaping their life. Oh, Francis Lawrence Jobin, a leader so true. Just call him Bud, he'd say for me and for you. From Flin Flon to Government House, his journey so bright, a life of service, shining with light. From counselor to mayor, then an MLA, he became a cabinet minister, followed, spreading his fame. Then lieutenant governor from 76 to 81's end, helped found the Trout Festival, making legions of friends. To Government House invited, my wife and I'd go, with Harry Belafonte, a marvelous show, or formal affairs with the First Lady so grand, the Jobins as host. Across the whole land, met business and political folks in common like us. So fortunate in Manitoba, escaping the fuss. For qualified people, the office to take, the monarch and Manitobans, for goodness sake, they've been well served. Now a new face appears, her honor Janice Philman, dispelling all fears. Well qualified indeed, as all who now know, she's paid her dues, watching her bravely go. Francis Lawrence Jobin, a leader so true. Just call him Bud, he'd say for me and for you. From Flin Flon to Government House, his journey so bright, a life of service, shining with light. We wish her well as she steps to the fore, the spirit of service forevermore. But Jobin's kindness, a legacy grand for the people of Manitoba throughout the whole land. In the early 60s, when we took our vows, our Viking TV on black and white bows. Beyond Hockey and Sullivan, a show we adored. On Saturday nights, when the wrestling was poured, razzling it was, pure theater so true. With good guys and bad guys, for me and for you. Each one had a favorite, a role they would play, all prearranged at the close of the day. Oh, Killer Kowalski, a villain so grand, with tricks in the ring across the whole land. He'd pull out the trunks, make the crowd scream and shout, a gentleman outside, no shadow of doubt. Live Wrestling called us to the Winnipeg Arena's bright lights. For my wife's 25th, I'd blow up the nights. Beer bottles cashed in the Chesterfield dug. Walk work for a month, feeling snug as a bug. With my newfound wealth, our seats were just right. Ringside we sat, with a crowd in full might. The warm-up matches with enthusiasm clear. Then Kowalski met Mr. Good Guy, banishing all fear. Oh, Killer Kowalski, a villain so grand, with tricks in the ring across the whole land. He'd pull out the trunks, make the crowd scream and shout, a gentleman outside, no shadow of doubt. Killer's trademark, a dirty trick so bold, with a referee's signal, a story untold. He'd yank at the trunks, make an opponent then wins. The crowd in a frenzy, a wild roaring rinse. Screaming and jumping, at ringside they'd stand, trying to get referees' notice across the whole land. But as soon as he looked, Killer would cease, an angelic expression, finding pure peace. Then the signal was given, the antics resumed. The crowd grew louder, their anger consumed. My wife couldn't take it, she leapt from her seat, approached the ringside with determined young feet. In a loud voice she scolded for his antics so wild. The crowd went completely wild, like a joyous young child. Killer looked at me then, with the trunks in his hand. Where did you get her? He asked, across the whole land.
after the match, we were lucky to meet. Killer gentleman, charming and sweet. He apologized deeply if he'd embarrassed her then. From that moment on, she watched wrestling again. On television screen, she'd enjoy the old show, knowing the theater, the seeds they would sow. She'd read
In 1960, a Volkswagen I found, the people's car, famous the world around. A beetle, a bug in the snow, it would gleam, boycotting the big three, a rebellious young dream. No heeding that bug, but no worries at all. Just frost shields to glue, standing strong and so tall. A parka for comfort, for gas, it was grand. No gauge to be seen, just a lever in hand. Oh Manitoba, cold biting and deep, a winter's adventure, secrets to keep. On that frozen highway, the wind howled and blew, but kindness returned, shining bright and so true. An emergency gallon for 50 more miles, a mistake I would make with no charming smiles. On Christmas Day with my best friend so true, my girlfriend we picked up, a visit in view. From the nurse's residence, by 5 she must be. No excuses, no exceptions, for all eyes to see. 60 days confined if the curfew was missed, a day pass accepted by a softly kiss. The day was enjoyable with food and with cheer. Then homeward we started with time drawing near. No traffic on roads, just laughter so free. Then the cars stopped running for all eyes to see. No farmhouse in sight, in the middle of nowhere. The emergency tank empty, a desperate prayer. 5 miles back, a store with a pump in the snow. Minus 30 north wind, a blizzard to go. Dressed for a car ride, not a prairie stroll. Holy mackerel, so cold, taking its toll. No cars passing by, a bad omen's grim face pounded the door at that desolate place. Go away, we are closed. A voice gruff and low Still closed, he insisted, though I froze in the snow. A $2 deposit for the gas can he sought, $1 for gasoline, a lesson well taught. 5 miles back, walking through snow and through ice. Then a miracle happened beyond any price. A car in the distance, I waved from the road. Middle of highway, bearing my load. He stopped and he opened the window a crack, out of gas down the road with no turning back. My girlfriend and friend, freezing cold in the car. Get in, he said, simply like a shining bright star. Battery was dead, pushing it started anew. No heat in the Beetle, what else could we do? They took them to Winnipeg, 20 miles away. Past curfew we arrived at the close of the day. 60 days later, a laugh and a cup. My girlfriend now Evan, when she finally woke up. SUV now with heat and with gear, on that same piece of road, many years in the clear. A man with a gas can, we remembered the past, turned around and gave him a lift, a kindness to last. The year was 1950, the month it was May. The winter was long and the spring wet each day. Manitoba flooded, a historic low, but in Gimlean district, the refugees flow. For paper boys, boom times, the cottages filled. They wanted the news as the Red River spilled. Like Lake Agassiz, reborn in the mine, but to 14-year-olds, that was far left behind. Oh, may long memories of rides and of glee at Winnipeg Beach, wild and free. With bikes and with pennies, our fortunes we'd find. A carefree adventure etched deep in the mind. My mind on the weekend, the ride soon to start. The concessions awaited, a joy in each heart. Before television, the beach held its sway, for people of all ages to brighten their day. Raymond Salmonson, my pal, true and bold, paper routes inherited, a story untold. He carried the Free Press, I the Tribune, so grand, the best paper ever across the whole land. Oh, may long memories of rides and of glee at Winnipeg Beach, wild and free. With bikes and with pennies, our fortunes we'd find. A carefree adventure etched deep in the mind.
car to deliver by morning's first light. Double in summer to South Beach I'd go. With 15 relations, the Trebs reach would grow. 6 evenings a week to the CPR station I'd ride. At 7:10 the train arriving with pride. 25 cents a week, 12 cents were mine. Pop bottles for 2 cents, a true welcome sign. Beer bottles better, at 2.5 they would yield. A bike was a must across every field. A CCM King's ransom at $52.50 it cost. 50 cents saved, no penny was lost. My mother, she guarded the bike fund so true. Still money for movies, what else could I do? Harry Greenberg shows for 18 cents each, with Winola Cola within easy reach. Oh, may long memories of rides and of glee at Winnipeg Beach, wild and free. With bikes and with pennies, our fortunes we'd find. A carefree adventure etched deep in the mind. That Saturday dawn, clear and so bright, 10 miles to the beach, a wonderful sight. Our bikes and us riders as one we would speed, with tools and with lunch, fulfilling each need. We parked at the station, prepaid our return. 25 cents saved, a lesson to learn. Bumper cars, carousel, the roller coasters high. Loney's chocolates for mother beneath the blue sky. Back on the train, exhausted and slow, with stories to tell of the beach's grand show. The papers were waiting, the streets muddy and cold, but re-energized for adventures untold. To George's Island soon on the MS Goldfield so grand. More adventures awaited across the whole land.
In '89, a leader I became of Khartoum's shrine, spreading its flame. A letter arrived, a plea for aid from Janice Philman, a new future laid. Cancer care's vision, building so grand, a cause for giving across the land. Oh, the mega garage sale, what a sight, for Cancer Care Manitoba, shining bright. A city united, hearts full of cheer, turning old treasures, banishing fear. George Powell, blessed, from Tampa's sunny shore. Then Shriners gather, asking for more. Les Foley stepped up, a leader so treasures untold, a line of 1,000 stories to unfold. The old Safeway buzzing with laughter and glee, treasure hunters searching for what they could see. Provost corps watchful, cops on the beat, clowns brought the smiles from head to feet. Oh, the mega garage, what a sight! For cancer care, Manitoba, shining bright. A city united, hearts full of cheer, turning old treasures, banishing fear. 25,000 beyond our fondest hope, a testament to kindness, helping us cope. Years later, cancer cares and reach for me. My son-in-law too, blessed to be free. Thank you, Manitoba, for the work you have done. A battle against cancer, a victory won.
Born Helen Mooney in Ontario's embrace, moved to Manitoba, found her early place. A teacher at 16, with spirit so keen, believed in equality, a powerful scene. Football for girls, the locals aghast, but oratory's power, a spell that was cast. Short stories flowed, a fortune she'd find, sowing seeds in Danning, inspiring mankind. Oh, Nellie McClung, with a vision so clear for women's true voices, banishing fear. From Winnipeg's fervor to Alberta's call, fighting for justice, standing up tall. To Winnipeg she came with children and spouse. From 1911 to 15 in that family house. The suffrage movement, her heart's true desire. Temperance society, setting souls afire. Saw suffering women from neglect and from plight. Alcohol's shadow in the dim morning light. of their might. January 16, a victory we won. Manitoba women beneath the rising sun. The first province proudly their voices could cast. Nellie moved onward, her legacy to last. To Edmonton's halls, a legislator so bold, her words and her actions worth more than fine gold. Then Victoria's quiet, still writing her cause, breaking down barriers, defying old laws. Oh, Nellie McClung, with a vision so clear for women's true voices, banishing fear. From Winnipeg's fervor to Alberta's call, fighting for justice, standing up tall. A poll for the banknote, her name soared so high, but the Bank of Canada just passed her right by. No Westerner chosen, a slight and a sting, like Winnipeg falcons ignored in their wing. Pallister's voice, with Canadians united and strong. Nellie's right to be honored. Where does she belong? She gave us our voices, to power they'd speak. Now we voted for her, but the silent they keep. What would Nellie do next in this unjust divide? Her spirit of justice will surely still guide.
In my lifetime's journey through Canada wide, many jobs, many people, where lessons would hide. Some good and some bad, some black and some white, but all were true characters, shining so bright. Like Nick, my old barber, near United College, so grand, his little shop waiting, a haven at hand. From 7 in morning till 7 at night, with coffee and clippers, a welcoming sight. Oh, Nick, my old barber, with a leaf in his heart, hard work and determination played a powerful part. From farm boy to barber, a journey he'd roam, his message a beacon, guiding me home. If you voted left, he was your man so true. If right, no bigger ally for me and for just wanted to clip you, no matter the cost. For an important date, no hair would be lost. His one passion, hockey, a flame burning bright, a dyed-in-the-wool leaf fan with all of his might. An Interlake farm boy with sisters so keen, their parents from Eastern Europe, a powerful scene. Oh, Nick, my old barber with a leaf in his heart. Hard work and determination played a powerful part. From farm boy to barber, a journey he'd roam, his message a beacon guiding me home. Their grandparents tired of czars and of kings, of wars and intrigues and the sorrow it brings. In Canada they found freedom, a language so new. But if you'd work hard, your belly was full, it was true. A crystal radio he'd borrow each day, to hockey games listen, come what may. A leaf sweater he longed for, a luxury then. His father said, son, I've a plan for you when the horses are free, near the poplar trees stand. You can cut cordwood, deliver by hand, to the red and white store where 100 cords lay, for Winnipeg dealers to haul them away. 10 cords for that sweater, his will strong and bright, with a sweet saw he'd cut from morning till night. His sister soon helped him, seeing his plight. He got his leaf sweater, a glorious sight. Oh, Nick, my old barber with a leaf in his heart. Hard work and determination played a powerful part. From farm boy to barber, a journey he'd roam, his message a beacon guiding me home. Now a young man restless beyond the old farm, he joined the railroad, safe from all harm. The bridge and building gang, his new family so dear, rough and tumble bunch, dispelling all fear. Necessity forced him to cut hair with skill. He liked it, he was good, following his will. A permanent change, a new shop he would find. Nick's message lives on, strong in my mind.
On a postage stamp, Iceland it showed. Doc Christian Elder, the story flowed. The third president, from 68 to 80 he'd reign. My thoughts drifted back to August long weekend again. The year was 1975, a centennial near of New Iceland's founding, banishing all fear. I was chairman now from Marge Alexander's wise lead. Pancake breakfast, a record crowd indeed.
Oh, Dr. Kristjanson with a flipper in hand, a president cooking across the whole land. From Iceland's high office to a griddle so warm, a prize-winning pancake braving the storm. 2 gas grills electric by the art club's west side, 50 small tables, our bounty to hide. Chairs from the Gimli Park by Cardigan home brought. Paper tablecloths, a homey Vermont. My wife Eva and daughter so bright, Caroline and Holly mixed better by night. No modern facilities, but made do we did for the hungry fairgoers. No flavor was hid. Oh, Dr. Kristjanson with a flipper in hand, a president cooking across the whole land. From Iceland's high office to a griddle so warm, a prize-winning pancake braving the storm. The electric grill man by Dave McNabb, so true. Johnny Cressock and I, the gas grills we knew. At 8 o'clock opening, but problems soon came. Coffee and grill together, an instant blackouts claim. Zeke Valgertson rescued by 7 a.m. It was fine. Coffee was brewing, a wonderful sign. The gas grills kept going out with a west wind so bold. Hoarding arrangement needed, a story unfold. Hans and Eddie Kristjanson advice they did lend. Gimli Lumber's plywood helped the problem transcend. A never-ending line of hungry and keen, patient and polite, a beautiful scene. Then a sudden commotion broke my focus and thought. 2 RCMP officers and my father they brought, with the president of Iceland, Dr. Kristjanson, so grand. He wanted to see it firsthand across the whole land. Oh, Dr. Kristjanson with a flipper in hand, a president cooking across the whole land. From Iceland's high office to a griddle so warm, a prize-winning pancake braving the storm. I explained what we're doing, then asked with a cheer, would you like to cook one, dispelling all fear? Real gentlemen, serious and courtly and so overwhelmed by the crowd, politely said no. My father then told him in Icelandic so clear, this politician business might end your career. You might emigrate to Canada's wide space. Wouldn't hurt if you knew
a short order cook's place, with a cheering of hundreds of pancake he made. A prize-winning pancake, its warmth never frayed. His speech the next day to a record crowd's delight, as warm as the pancake, sincere and so bright. We continued our breakfast till 11:30's old chime, then beer garden opening, a magnificent time.
As a young boy after the war, I would stand transfixed by an Eaton's floor walker's hand. A paper document of money so neat, stuffed in a 10-inch tube, oh what a feat. With a whoosh it would vanish, then a clunk it would seem. Come back with a receipt, like a magical dream. Years later at Richardson's, the trading floors might, the same system used, both by day and by night. Oh, pneumatic mail, with a whoosh and a clunk, through pipes and through tunnels, no time for a bunk. From Victorian wonders to trading floors gleam, a swift way to send, like a marvelous dream. All trades would be sent through pressurized air to central communications beyond all compare. I never thought much of this ingenious way, until a mail envelope grabbed me one day. June 6, 18, the air from Wienstable-Strasse flew to Ziggersig post office. The same afternoon it was true. Kilometers it traveled in just one single hour. How could this be with such magical power? Oh, pneumatic mail, with a whoosh and a clunk, through pipes and through tunnels, no time for a bunk. From Victorian wonders to trading floors gleam, a swift way to send, like a marvelous dream. William Murdoch invented in 1836, so keen, the capsule transportation, a wondrous machine. Victorians used it for telegrams fast to nearby buildings, a system built to last. The world was excited by this idea so bold. Even people could travel, a story untold. Popular science imagined with drawings they'd show. Lockheed, MIT, watch the possibilities grow. Though later abandoned, too expensive to be, it lived in the comics for all eyes to see. Flash Gordon whisked through intergalactic space. Even James Bond used it in a thrilling chase. In living daylights, a KGB agent unseen smuggled to Altria a cinematic scene. Rome, Berlin, London, New York in its prime, Melbourne, Rio, Tokyo, defying all time. Oh, pneumatic mail with a whoosh and a clunk, through pipes and through tunnels, no time for a bunk. From Victorian wonders to trading floors gleam, a swift way to send like a marvelous dream. Money, mail, and parcels sent swiftly with grace to banks, post offices, finding their place. Hospitals, government, and businesses too, so efficient it lost it in Paris till '84. It's true, still used in limited ways around the wide world. Though computers now reign, its stories unfurled. An innovative method, now sadly it's gone, but the magic remains from dusk until dawn. As a young boy after the war, I would stand transfixed by an Eaton's floor, walker's hand. A paper document or money so neat, stuffed in a 10-inch tube. Oh, what a feat. With a whoosh it would vanish, then a clunk it would seem. Come back with a receipt like a magical dream. Years later at Richardson's, the trading floors might, the same system used both by day and by night. Oh, pneumatic mail with a whoosh and a clunk, through pipes and through tunnels, no time for a bump. From Victorian wonders to trading floors gleam, a swift way to send like a marvelous dream. All trades would be sent through pressurized air to central communications beyond all compare. I never thought much of this ingenious way until a mail envelope grabbed me one day. June 6, 1880, from Wayne's Tavistock it flew to Zigassa Post Office the same afternoon. It was true. Kilometers it traveled in just one single hour. How could this be with such magical power? Oh, pneumatic mail with a whoosh and a clunk, through pipes and through tunnels, no time for a bunk. From Victorian wonders to trading floors gleam, a swift way to send like a marvelous transportation, a wondrous machine. Victorians used it for telegrams fast to nearby buildings, a system built to last. The world was excited by this idea so bold. Even people could travel, a story untold. Popular science imagined with drawings they'd show. Lockheed and MIT watch the possibilities grow. Though later abandoned, too expensive to be, it lived in the comics for all eyes to see. Flash Gordon whisked through intergalactic space. Even James Bond used it in a thrilling chase. In Living Daylights, a KGB agent unseen smuggled to Austria, a cinematic scene. Rome, Berlin, London, New York in its prime. Melbourne, Rio, Tokyo, defying all time. Old pneumatic mail with a whoosh and a clunk, through pipes and through tunnels, no time for a bunk. From Victorian wonders to trading floors gleam, a swift way to sin, like a marvelous dream. Money, mail, and parcels sent swiftly with grace to banks, post offices, finding their place. Hospitals, government, and businesses too. So efficient it lasted in Paris till '84, it's true. Still used in limited ways around the wide world. Though computers now reign, its stories unfurl. An innovative method, now sadly it's gone, but the magic remains from dusk until dawn.
In Boston we landed in 2000's bright year for a Shriners convention, dispelling all fear. From Manchester, New Hampshire, a bus tour so grand, through Vermont and Maine, a beautiful land. Back to the city for a tour on our own. The Tea Party acted, a seed proudly sown. The USS Constitution, a ship tall and proud, the cruising and greeted, emerging from crowd. Oh, pop goes the fourth, a fireworks display in Boston's Grand Harbor to end a fine day. From cheers to the pops, a memorable tune beneath summer stars and a full shining moon. a day of adventure, a thrill for each boy. The next day a car with a couple so kind to Plymouth Rock's history, leaving cares behind. Rural Massachusetts, Providence too, then Woods Hole Marine Museum for me and for you. Oh, pop goes the fourth, a fireworks display in Boston's Grand Harbor to end a fine day. From cheers to the pops, a memorable tune beneath summer stars and a full shining moon. To Cape Cod we ventured, to Hyannis Port shore. Hello to the Kennedys, knocking at their door. But they were not home, a holiday grand. 90 million travelers across the whole land. Then a wallet went missing, a fear in my heart. Visa confirmed it, torn fiercely apart. But undeterred, to the Esplanade we went for the Boston Pops Orchestra, divinely sent. The Esplanade's beauty, a bandshell soft gleam, where Arthur Fiedler once led, fulfilling a dream. Now Keith Lockhart commanding the show, speakers in trees making music to flow. We stood by the fence for a glimpse of the stage. A lady waved madly, turning a new page. Her husband a potato, my face caught her eye. Extra seats in the 6th row, beneath the vast sky. Oh, pop goes the fourth, a fireworks display in Boston's Grand Harbor to end a fine day. From cheers to the pops, a memorable tune beneath summer stars and a full shining moon. Like royalty seated with refreshments so free, the Pops playing patriotic for all eyes to see. The singers and speeches, a thrill and a cheer. Then fireworks exploding, so grand and so clear. A great ending indeed to a memorable spree. Welcome to the passing parade for you and for me.
World War I, the Great War, where the camera did roam, photographers risking to bring horrors home. The moving pictures captured for newspapers wide, the public consumed it, nowhere to hide. Destruction and demise for millions untold. of military civilians, a story unfolding, their pictures transformed into postcards so clear for the world to gaze on, banishing all fear. Oh, Cambrai, the silence, a postcard untold, a soldier's deep longing, a story so old, from Emil to Frida, through wartime and pain, a glimpse of humanity caught in the rain. This postcard I found, a French policeman inside, in a war-damaged town, bathed in pale light. I turned it over, in German it read, a scarce card from the other side, where old feelings were bred. I had it translated, from Cambrai it came, March 19, 1916, etched in its frame. My dear Frida, the message began, your letter received, a kind, thankful hand. Oh, Cambrai, the silence, a postcard untold, a soldier's deep longing, a story so old, from Emil to Frida, through wartime and pain, a glimpse of humanity caught in the rain. All going well here, the same may be true for me. You resent my not writing, a plea you would see. Excuse me, dear Frida, I'm writing more now. Today is Sunday, but many here somehow, the rest untranslated, no peace can they find. I believe it will never end, weighing on his mind. Many hearty greetings and kisses I send. Your dear Emil wrote it right to the very end. The card was not mailed, as was often the way, perhaps hand-delivered by a soldier on leave one fine day. If mailed, it'd be censored, no negative thoughts allowed, no sadness, no weariness to pierce through the shroud. The Battle of Cambrai, November 20, 1917 it began, ended December 7th, a desperate plan, a huge loss of life, on both sides they would fall. We don't know his last name, did he survive it all? Oh, Cambrai, the silence, a postcard untold, a soldier's deep longing, a story so old, from Emil to Frida, through wartime and pain, a glimpse of humanity caught in the rain. Did he survive the war or the flu epidemic's dread call? His postcard remains, standing silent and tall, a fragment of history, a voice from the past, the horrors of war, forever to last. You are dear land. A beautiful fall day, the wind dying down. My brother Robert appeared without a frown. Wanna go for a ride? To Black's Point, he said, 60 miles north of Gimli, with thoughts in my head. Geese landing by thousands in fields green and vast. Good conversation flowing as the day quickly passed. We arrived at the harbor in the afternoon's gleam. Then he pulled out oilers, fulfilling a dream. Oh, rediscovering roots on Lake Winnipeg shore, fishing with Robert, just like days of yore. The gulls crying hungry, the pelicans grand, a return to the past with a knife in my hand. Let's go fishing, he urged, like when we were kids. Uncle Cyborg skiff, ignoring all bids. I'm 80 years old, I protested with glee. That was 70 years ago, can't you see? Time to rediscover your roots, he declared with a grin. The seagulls were waiting for the journey to begin. They lined up on the seawall, out of the wind's chilly might. Then pelicans joined them, a magnificent sight. Oh, rediscovering roots on Lake Winnipeg shore, fishing with Robert, just like days of yore. The gulls crying hungry, the pelicans grand, a return to the past with a knife in my hand. Lake Winnipeg's current, a peculiar design. When the wind blows hard, it makes nets intertwine, till a bee's packed tightly, a cousin to white, a smoker fish tasty, a poor family's light. In my grandfather's time, before the first war, 4 or 5 boxes a net they'd bring to the shore. Then biologists claimed in 29's fateful year that worm spoiled the tulipies, fueling a fear. But baloney to that, they're in force now again. The marketing board's buying, so we toil through the pain, just clearing the net as the seagulls all try to grab a quick meal from the bouncing skiff nearby. A pelican's gulp, 5 pounds in a flash. I'm back in the chain gang, earning some cash. My arms are tired, my hands growing cold, my glasses are foggy, a story untold. Oh, rediscovering roots on Lake Winnipeg shore, fishing with Robert, just like days of yore. The gulls crying hungry, the pelicans grand, a return to the past with a knife in my hand. Simon Legree, I complained, needing a break. He snapped a quick picture, for goodness sake. Breaks over, he chuckled with a mischievous grin. Next time I'll be hiding when I see him begin. Year The trip east had begun, a cool fall day start. From Winnipeg I journeyed with a purpose in heart. To Toronto, then Halifax, my job called my name. National equipment sales, playing the game. 200 drive-ins each year I would see. This maritime swing was culminating for me. In Quebec City waiting for Saint Laurent brothers so grand. Franchise owners renowned across the whole land. Oh, René Levesque with a shrug and a light, a cigarette's wisdom in the fading twilight, a politician's keen eye, a leader so bold, a story of Canada yet to unfold. The Saint Laurent brothers, so successful and kind, superb host to me, leaving worries behind. After business was done, a dinner they'd share at Quebec City's finest, beyond all compare. A haunt for politicians, both Quebec and federal too. They pointed out Drapeau and others I knew. One brother then hinted a call they would get about our discussions, a thought I won't let. Oh, René Levesque with a shrug and a light, a cigarette's wisdom in the fading twilight, a politician's keen eye, a leader so bold, a story of Canada yet to unfold. The dinner was grand, then goodbye sincere. To Montreal I flew, banishing all fear. A late flight to Winnipeg to finish my trip. The plane sparsely filled, on my aisle seat I'd slip. Excuse-moi, a voice uttered, and I turned with a start. René Levesque, the parti Quebecois' own heart. He'd seen me at dinner, a politician's keen view. He sat by the window, his presence fell through. The no smoking sign dimmed, and I swear it was true. He lit 3 cigarettes, a striking debut. A Crown Royal sipped from Western Canada, I said. From Winnipeg, actually, thoughts filled my head. This man sought confederation to break the FLQ crisis for Canada's sake. But then nonchalantly he started to explain that West and Quebec shared similar pain. Oh, René Levesque with a shrug and a light, a cigarette's wisdom in the fading twilight, a politician's keen eye, a leader so bold, a story of Canada yet to unfold. would say. Before he could finish, a media type held sway. Into the empty seat barged, ending talk in the air. But Mr. Levesque looked over with an elegant stare. A shrug of his shoulder, a wave of his smoke. C'est la vie, he quietly, philosophically spoke. A moment in time with a character so grand. A memory of Renee across the whole land.
Hey, Adriana.
In 1950, our family's new call to Booth Fishery Station, standing proud and tall on George Island in Lake Winnipeg's northwest. Though charts said George Island would last. After high school was done, that year so bright, I'd board the MS Goldfield in the fading sunlight. 200 miles onward to George's I'd go. My first time alone, watching my young spirit grow. Oh, rite of passage on the lake's gentle sway, a key to the Kristjanson that vanished away. A trick for the greenhorn, a lesson to learn, a memory made at every turn. With a stop at Rabbit Point, a day and a night, the trip like a cruise, peaceful and light. Captain Albertson and the crew of 8 so keen knew my family well, part of the scene. They weren't above playing a trick on my soul. Soon after boarding, the captain took hold. He said very seriously, the key had gone missing. Would I help them find it with eager young kissing? Oh, rite of passage on the lake's gentle sway, a key to the Kristjanson that vanished away. A trick for the greenhorn, a lesson to learn, a memory made at every turn. Young and eager to please, I readily agreed. The captain deadpan, a crew member must breathe. The whole ship was in on the game, saving just me. This stun played on greenhorns for all eyes to see. Their acting parts to a science refined, I dutifully searched, leaving shook their heads in the dwindling daylight. Frustration after searching so long, one crew member whispered where the key might belong. The engineer had it, though off watch he'd then be asleep in his room for all eyes to see. But the captain's word was law on that ship strong and true, so I gingerly opened the engineer's room brand new. As quietly as could be, my mission explained. Grumpily he arose, his complaints unchained. He searched through his cabin while I stood at attention so still. A 14-year-old shaken against his own will. Sadly no key could be found, and despair filled my soul. To the wheelhouse I went to report and take toll. It was almost supper time. The crew gathered near, their smiles on their faces making it clear. As I came close to them, in unison they cried, "Gotcha!" They all shouted with nowhere to hide. A lesson remembered on Lake Winnipeg's tide. My grandson and I were junk from a tin, made of what's it so clever, where to begin? My mind harking back to my preschooling days, to August and boats on the waterways. We'd leave Gimli Harbor on a boat we would ride station with nowhere to hide. At Albert's Point, on Humbug Bay's gleam, a Tom Sawyer's home, a wondrous new dream. Oh, the screw top, the champion so grand, a 2-1 horsepower across the whole land. From a flywheel you'd pull, a string you would win, a motor that left all the rowing behind. Fall fishing was hard, a labor so deep, rowing a skiff while the others would sleep. Come wind, rain, or sleet, the nets had to be lifted. But the Kristjanson brothers, their fortune was gifted. They bought a screw top, and tired of the oar, it let them go further and set out nets more. But one October day, with the propeller's loud crack, a deadhead was struck with no turning back. Oh, the screw top, the champion so grand, a 2-1 horsepower across the whole land. From a flywheel you'd pull, a string you would win, a motor that left all the rowing behind. The blade broke off and the men stood around like a viewing of a corpse with not a sound. Then my grandfather pushed in with a problem to mend, found an old fine-lay stove at the shack's very end, took a cast iron lid with a nail traced the blade. With the only hacksaw, a new blade was made. They laboriously cut with bastard file's might, a passable blade shining so bright. Tobacco tin bolt, a new hole was then drilled, the propeller reattached, the air was all stilled. A cord wound around, the motor took flight, it ran like a top with so little might. A new propeller came later in the fall of that year, but the cook stovetop story was a legend so dear. This ingenuity was daily life's part, with a shed full of junk and a resourceful heart. Oh, the screw top, the champion so grand, a 2-1 horsepower across the whole land. From a flywheel you'd pull, the story lives on to this very day. My brother Robert still has it in a place you can't see. The legend of the screw top for you and for me.
The old Winnipeg Arena, on Maroons Road it stood, built 1955 for the common good.
Replacing Shay's amphitheater, a new era began for hockey and sports across the whole land.
Car shows, ice capades, trade shows in their prime, the Red River X and the Shrine Circus in time.
Around the 1st of May, for one full week so grand, the circus was in town by management plan.
Oh, send in the clowns, let the music all play, for the crippled and burned child brightening their day. The Shriners United, a great cause so clear, bringing laughter and magic, banishing all fear. 12 performances ready, a well-oiled machine. From Safeway night Monday, a spectacular scene.
The endurance test Saturday, with 3 shows that day, and 2 on the Sunday, they'd finish their play.
The Shriners' enthusiasm, 1,000 or more, such competition to see from pillar to shore.
The pipe band and drum corps, the oriental so bright, the fife and drum competing with all of their might.
Oh, send in the clowns, let the music all play, for the crippled and burned child brightening their day. The Shriners United, a great cause so clear, bringing laughter and magic, banishing all fear.
The comedians dressed early for autographs they'd sign, with the cops and magicians, a truly good time.
The flag patrol marching, with vintage cars in tow, cycle escort motor patrol, making quite a show.
For wheelchair patients and disabled guests too, a great service offered by Shriners so true.
The chanters and orchestra, oh Canada they'd sing, the ritualistic unit, programs they'd bring.
The 101 members with balloons in their hand, the director's staff with novelties grand.
Monkeys on sticks,
while Girl Guides and Scouts as ushers stood by.
The opening spectacular, for 30 minutes it gleamed. Shrine units and finery, a marvelous dream.
With Provost Corps motorcycles and scooters they'd stride, the Horse Guard vintage cars with nothing to hide. Oh, send in the clowns, let the music all play, for the crippled and burdened child, brightening their day. The Shriners united, a great cause so clear, bringing laughter and magic, banishing all fear. The Portage little cars, rolling with pride, the illustrious Potente with his Cadillac inside.
Joined by the ringmaster, a media star bright, with the whistle a-blowing, the circuits took flight.
The comedians in Volkswagens, 18 would disgorge, to the delight of the crowd as their spirits would surge. 2 hours and a half, then a meal they would share, frivolity-filled evenings beyond all compare. For the crippled and burned child, a cause true and bold, a story of charity forever untold.
(1816) on a sunny green plain, a tragic encounter again and again.
7 Oaks echo, a massacre it's called.
HBC versus Metis, a story unrolled.
Muskets fired loudly, then fell to the ground.
A cheer from the British, a mistaken sound. Oh, 7 Oaks, a turning of tide, a battle for power with nowhere to hide. The land and its people, a story so deep, promises broken, secrets to keep. From 1607, the bay's mighty sway, Rupert's land's riches, they wanted to play.
For Hudson Bay Passage, to Red River's mouth,
Ignoring the indigenous, heading far south.
birds with their fortune, forts they would raise.
Buffalo's bounty through all of their days. Oh, 7 Oaks, a turning of tide, a battle for power with nowhere to hide. The land and its people, a story so deep, promises broken,
silk ribbons, a tale they weave of triumphs, memories we believe. From Gimli's fest to history's grand, a silent language close at hand. They mark our place, a shared delight, connecting souls both day and night. Oh, the ribbons, vibrant and true, a lifetime of stories shining through. From proud achievements, big and small, to moments cherished, standing tall. A friend of Dad's with wisdom deep, French-Canadian tales, secrets to keep. La Vérendrye, his spirit soared as history's pages were explored. Then a gift, a ribbon of silk, from 38, a memory to milk. Oh, the ribbons, vibrant and true, a lifetime of stories shining through. From proud achievements, big and small, to moments cherished, standing tall. Canoes in costume boldly made through dirty 30s, spirits bright, a celebration, pure delight. That ribbon worn with purpose clear brought history to me year after year. Oh, the ribbons, vibrant and true, a lifetime of stories shining through. From proud achievements, big and small, to moments cherished, standing tall. Though many fade and time moves on, that silk ribbon, it lingers strong, a keepsake woven with love and lore, fueling a passion forevermore. Forevermore. August of '39, a time long ago, to Gimli's own harbor our family would go.
With clothing and gear on a freighter so deep, for 8 hours sailing past islands to keep.
Albert's Point waited our fall and winter home, after whitefish season no longer to roam.
The depression was heavy, money was tight, but providing for family was our guiding light.
The Kodak box camera captured the past, image of memory, destined to last. From logging for lumber to cutting the ice, $1 for film, a valuable prize. My mother's keen eye, through the lens she would see everyday moments for history.
My mother, a box camera, strange to my eye, a gift from her sister beneath the white sky.
8 pictures for $1, a fortune back then. Dad warned against frivolous pictures of men.
Just anniversaries, occasions so grand, not fishermen working across the cold land.
We settled in quickly with much to be done before fishing season, from rise to set sun. The Kodak box camera captured the past, each image a memory, destined to last. From logging for lumber to cutting the ice, $1 for film, a valuable prize. My mother's keen eye, through the lens she would see everyday moments for history. A crawler tractor, from whitefish success bought to haul logs from the bush for the houses we saw.
Prime spruce for our homes, staked out with great care, a $2 permit to claim what was there.
To Mill Point they'd float across the wide bay to Thorenson's mill for a brighter new day.
Mom seized the moment with her camera in hand to picture the lumber across the proud land.
The Kodak box camera captured the past, each image a memory, destined to last. From logging for lumber to cutting the ice, $1 for film, a valuable prize. My mother's keen eye, through the lens she would see everyday moments for history. Dad's face showed displeasure at scenes so mundane. Uncles Hannes and Eddie laughed through the soft rain.
Us kids in the picture, where logs turned to wood at 5th and 3rd Avenue as everyone stood.
Then ice houses needed to keep fish so fresh. Our family herd ark, they had plows in their mesh.
With horses and plows, hard work smoothly done, Uncle Eddie and Bill under Gimli's bright sun.
The camera clicked softly, preserving the view for future generations and history too. tell a winter's soft gleam, with grandkids at 9 living out childhood's dream. Where McGinnis Fish Company once stood strong and proud, we built forts from boxes, escaping the crowd.
Those carefree old days, from morning till night, until hunger or exhaustion took hold of our might. But their eyes kept on wandering to the snowmobiles outside, a desire for freedom, a thrilling new ride.
Oh, snow plane soaring, a whisper of flight. Roads no longer required in winter's white light.
A marvel of ingenuity cutting through snow.
A pioneer spirit making new pathways grow.
My mind drifted back to my youth's early days, the first snow plane seen through a curious haze, an airplane engine roaring on a steel frame so strong, with propellers spinning where it truly belonged.
On steel skis it rested, a canvas cocoon. 2 people nestled beneath the cold moon at Helge Highway's garage on 3rd Avenue's lane. The fish inspectors prepped it again and again. Oh, snow plane soaring, a whisper of flight. Roads no longer required in winter's white light.
A marvel of ingenuity cutting through snow.
A pioneer spirit making new pathways grow. We watched from a distance as men made it ready, late for school perhaps, but our focus was steady. That wasp-like creature from the forbidden lagoon, almost taking flight beneath the winter's clear noon.
Carly Lorsch, a Saskatchewan boy, built and patented in '29, bringing such joy. 90 Emmy Fox speeds in models to come, born of necessity's urge, a silent, swift hunt.
The prairie's harsh winter with snow piled so deep, hardship and isolation, secrets to keep. But the snow plane's arrival brought comfort and aid, mail and babies delivered, a promise well made.
Important discussions like NHL's might, and Toronto Maple Leafs standing, shining so bright. Other manufacturers followed, Bombardier too, replacing old horses with something brand new.
Oh, snow plane soaring, a whisper of flight. Roads no longer required in winter's white light.
A marvel of ingenuity cutting through snow.
A pioneer spirit making new pathways grow. Ben Holig's picture, a treasure to see, of an early snow plane for history. My grandkids now ask with a gleam in their eye, great story, Grandpa, can we take a ride now? Postcards of beauty, a tiny frame scene, a craze in the making, a collector's keen dream. From Austrian fairgrounds in '70 it flew. Photos on paper, something exciting and new. Vienna, Berlin, far away and grand, a glimpse of the world in the palm of your hand. The dream was fulfilled for a penny or two, a postcard arriving, waiting for you. Oh, the stamp on the postcard, the story it tells of soldiers on service, breaking through spells. A hidden cost carried for battles long fought, the price of a conflict for freedom hardball. Cities and ships, lighthouses gleam, monuments standing, a picture stream. By 1903, the back split in two, a message and address, something novel and new. 6 million mailed daily in the US alone. The British Empire booming, a hobby well known. The craze then subsided, by 11 it slowed, revived with the Great War as millions now roam. Oh, the stamp on the postcard, a story it tells of soldiers on service, breaking through spells. A hidden cost carried for battles long fought, the price of a conflict for freedom hardball. WWA postcards, a 2-cent Admiral coil, affixed in Canada on this distant foreign soil. A perk for the soldier, a frank and so free, on active service for all eyes to see. From Vendôme, France, in March 17's chill, through Montreal's censor, a government's will. The murky workings of government's hand, victors claiming prizes of war across every land. Someone had to pay for the war, a heavy high cost, reparations demanded for all that was lost. Hyperinflation, Germany's plight, a tax on each stamp, burning so bright. To this very day, a small amount sent for a war long ago, it's enduring indent. Oh, the stamp on the postcard, a story it tells of soldiers on service, breaking through spells. A hidden cost carried for battles long fought, the price of a conflict for freedom hardball. The postcard's a treasure, a glimpse of the past, a history lesson designed now to last. Remember the soldiers who answered the call, and the price of the conflict that impacted us all. Postcards of beauty, a tiny frame scene, craze in the making, a collector's keen dream. From Austrian fairgrounds in '70 it flew. Photos on paper, something exciting and new. Vienna, Berlin, far away and grand, a glimpse of the world in the palm of your hand. The dream was fulfilled for a penny or two, a postcard arriving, waiting for you. Oh, the stamp on the postcard, story you tell, soldiers on service, breaking through a spell. A hidden cost carried for battles long fought, the price of a conflict for freedom hard bought. Citizenships, lighthouses gleam, monuments standing, a picture hair's dream. By 1903, back split in two, a message and address, something novel and new. 6 million mail daily in the US alone, the British Empire booming, a hobby well known. The craze then subsided, by 11 it slowed, revived with the Great War as millions now roam. Oh, the stamp on the postcard, a story it tells, of soldiers on service, breaking through spells. A hidden cost carried for battles long fought, the price of a conflict for freedom hard bought. The posted WI postcard, a 2-cent Admiral coil, I fixed in Canada on this distant foreign soil. A perk for the soldier, frank and so free, on active service for all eyes to see. From Vendôme, France, in March 17's chill, through Montreal censor our government's will. The murky workings of government's hand, victors claiming prizes of war across every land. Someone had to pay for the war, a heavy high cost, reparations demanded for all that was lost. Hyperinflation, Germany's plight, a tax on each stand, burning so bright. To this very day, a small amount sent for a war long ago, it's enduring then. Oh, the stamp on the postcard, a story it tells, of soldiers on service, breaking through spells. A hidden cost carried for battles long fought, the price of a conflict for freedom hard bought. The postcard's a treasure, a glimpse of the past, a history lesson designed now to last. Remember the soldiers who answered the call, and the price of the conflict that impacted us all.